Yes, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Um, I, ooh, this is frustrating as usual. I have to apologize. I know these are excuses to everybody else, but with all the different changes with StreamYard, at least they're changes for me, all the updates, all the upgrades, I'm really struggling to just remember how to do the basics. So I need to reach out to either StreamYard and a friend of mine for some help on how to make this less frustrating for myself and then of course for you. Um, so we'll say hello to Cherie and ask how your week has been going.
Hello, my week has been going fine.
Good, good. What is your weather like?
It's nice today. For January, we're supposed to be getting some snow tomorrow and the next day, though. So
Yeah.
not
Oh,
bad. How about yours?
good. Um, and my weather's very fickle here. It's hot and cold, not hot and cold, but off and on we'll have some really good sunshine and then clouds and inversion will kind of blowing in. Every once in a while we'll get a teeny bit of snow and then it just melts away. So but it's definitely unusual weather for us. We're usually normally we expect quite a bit of snow, but I don't see any snow in my forecast. But it's mostly cloudy and very cold today, so that part is normal. I want to say hello really quick. Joffrey is, yes, the first to be in the chat. And good evening to you as well. And we're going to talk a little bit about, before I get started, yes, thank you for mentioning the fires in Southern California. I really can't start today without talking about how devastating it is and how absolutely apocalyptic looking it is. And I know that's really dramatic. That's a really dramatic word, but it's just what it looks like to me when I watch when I look at updates and things like that to talk about what's going on and new areas that are caught on that are catching on fire and they're not just catching on fire. They're like how do I grew up in Southern California, so I left there in 1980, but I have one family member left, my uncle Ralph and Aunt Linda, and they live in Riverside. They live in a very wealthy section of La Sierra, I guess. Really, not so much. Well, it's La Sierra is like a suburb of Riverside, and they live in a very wealthy area. Very very nice home, and um, he has rentals that he has out there, and he has rentals that he rents out in Huntington and or Newport Beach areas. And right now, I'm not seeing any reports of any crazy fires going on in that area. But as these fires seem to be moving northwest, we're a little Riverside's a little bit southwest, but who knows? And the Santa Ana winds that you guys might be hearing about on different news reports and things like that are a real uh they're real. It's real. I remember those Santa Ana winds growing up. We got them where I live, where I grew up, and sometimes they can be really harsh and just miserable, but I don't remember ever having the hurricane force type of hurricanes. Um, oh, I think my YouTube. Hold on, I got to mute my YouTube. I don't know why that just happened, but it did. Anyway, I don't remember having the hurricane force, I guess, is what they're kind of describing them as. I don't remember ever having hurricane force winds like that. They got bad, and I can remember, 60, 65, maybe 70 mile an hour winds. But when they're talking 100 mile an hour winds, that's insane to me. My mind, I can't wrap my mind around that. And so, of course, I feel like at least the home that my aunt and uncle live in, they're safe. As for rentals that I know that they have in different areas, I don't know. I need to check with them and find out about their rental homes, which is, if it's an empty home, it's, fine. But if anybody was renting from my aunt and uncle in a fire area where they had to evacuate, that's just tragic. But to lose the home itself, that's that. Like everybody says, those things can be replaced. On So, with the one family member that I have left, of course, I have concerns that the fires could spread to their area, and that's completely possible. I mean, I can't discount that it couldn't happen. But I have, I went to school. I grew up and went to school and graduated from high school in Southern California, and a lot of my high school friends uh, are still there, and I know that some of them are getting to areas where they are. The fire is coming closer and closer to the areas of some of my high school friends. I keep in touch with them occasionally on Facebook when I do go to Facebook, which isn't very often, but I keep in touch with them, and I've been trying to follow them on Facebook and make sure that they're all. I guess there's a thing on Facebook now that you can check in and say you're safe, or whatever area you're in. And so I keep trying to check on them daily to make sure everybody's um, you know safe and doing okay in that I grew up with. And it's just really, really weird and strange, sad, tragic to watch my home state, areas of my home state just completely burning to the ground. It's bizarre to me. Anyway, Cherie, I mean, I don't know what kinds of you live, in upstate New York, so I don't know how much news or whatever you've seen, but
I've seen pictures or satellite photos from the national news, and it's horrific. I do have an ex-brother-in-law that lives in California, but I don't think he's in the area where they're bad right now. So,
good. That's
but
good.
yeah, it looks very scary.
When you look at it, what does it look like? Because listen, I grew up I remember having fires as I was growing up, but it seems to have gotten worse over time, of course. And I there are hundreds of different reasons why, but unfortunately, it's a very political, and I won't talk about politics on my channel. I will not talk about anything political on this channel, so it's kind of hard to really, address some of the things. But I do believe that I we didn't have fires like what we see now. We didn't have those going on when I was growing up, because there was processes and programs in place to keep the the dry leaves to what do they call them? I don't want. Is it fire breaks? Maybe I don't really can't recall exactly what to call them. But they kept it cleaned, or kept it the areas that were would be hot spots for fires. They kept that cleaned, and the debris and the dead trees and the all of the debris and things like that. They kept that clean, and they built and they had the fire breaks. And I know that's not the right word. If anybody in the chat can think of the word I'm trying to say, that would be great. But anyway, so, but I think as time has gone on, that hasn't been, they haven't been able to maintain the same kind of keeping up with, keeping those, forests floors cleaner, and the dry debris and leaves and dead trees and all the other things that are like, great big tinder boxes. It doesn't appear that they've been doing that, going, as years have gone by. I don't know. That's just my observation, over the years. I also want to say, though, and I don't really see anybody talking about this on the news or anything, and of course they're not going to, because they're living in the tragedy as it's going on. But we also know, in Southern California, after these, we experience it here in Utah. Utah also has a lot of, bad wildfires normally during the summer. Nothing like what's going on right now in SoCal, but we also know that once these fires are out and everything is just burned and it's just ash and all that stuff, maybe not this spring, but it definitely, well, I would imagine by this spring, there's probably going to be, we're going to see mudslides, and, all of that stuff is just going to come sliding down mountains. And it's just going to be another tragedy all over again. Although, since a lot of these homes have been burned, hopefully those mudslides don't affect more homes and lives when they come, because they're going to come. The only way I would say they won't come is if there's not going to be any rain or any snowpack or anything like that that's going to come in, at some point, and affect the burned areas. Sorry, I know I'm a little scattered, but I really am kind of upset and kind of triggered by all of this stuff, going on where I grew up, and it's disheartening. It makes me very sad. But okay, I want to say hi to everybody in the chat, and then we should be able to get started. Just finishing up a video that needs to be exported, but I want to say hello to everybody in the chat, and thank you so much for coming. And also to the lurkers, thank you for being here and lurking and listening. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But you are welcome to jump into the chat anytime you'd like, and, make your comments or ask your questions. Okay, so as we got started, we said hello to Joffrey. Thank you so much for jumping in this evening. I can't remember what the time difference is, but I know that you, I believe, live in Europe, if I'm not mistaken. UK possibly. I can't remember, so I'm really sorry. If you want to put that in the chat, that'd be great, because I don't remember. So yes, you were the first one here. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, the fires are scary, and the whole thing with the water in hydrants and no reservoirs. I know I'm trying to say hello to everybody, but I remember, I can't remember where I said this, but the street that I lived in, the first street that I lived on that I can remember growing up, was, I remember it being a really long walk, but we used to walk up to the end of the street, and at the end of the street was the foothills to some, not mountains compared to what we live in, where I live right now. But, when I was growing up, they were mountains to me as a kid. But at the end of the street, we go into the foothills of these mountains, and right at the foothill of the mountains was this big giant reservoir. It used to terrify me to go up to that reservoir and look down, into it. It was a terrifying as a kid. I've almost drowned twice, and so just water in general makes me uncomfortable. But I remember looking into that reservoir, and as a kid, it was like a ginormous, huge lake, like a huge body of water. And then sometime in the, I want to say the late 80s, very early 90s, as a family, as we would travel back and forth to Southern California, when my kids got older, I wanted to take them to the street that I first lived on as a kid. And I wanted to show them this reservoir, because to me, it was such a big, fascinating thing. So we drove up to the end of the street, and at the end of the street was huge, gorgeous homes, like this subdivisions full of these huge, beautiful homes, and the reservoir was gone. And I remember at the time just being astounded by that. But yeah, so who knows? Who knows? That's one reservoir that couldn't be used in a fire now, if need be, in that area. So yes, it is frightening, the whole situation with water. And again, there's unfortunately, a lot of political bullshit that's, going on. We're not going to talk about here, but unfortunately, that has all taken, it takes away from the real lives and the real tragedy of the people in those areas. And then Michael Stetson, hey, it is so great to see you. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you, Michael. And you're here by pure luck. Okay. Well, good. You had good luck today then. Should be every Sunday at 1 o'clock, 1:15-ish. We'll be doing our podcast, or live stream, whatever you call it. Huh?
That's 1 o'clock Mountain Time.
Mountain Time, yes, Mountain Time. Sorry, I live in Mountain Time, so it's 1 o'clock Mountain Time, and then you can add your hours wherever you're at. So then we have Under Your Scars, and I know Under Your Scars is up in, I believe, in the Canadian area, and so thank you for being here. We always appreciate your support. Jazznaz Gaming, thank you so much for checking in. I am so happy to have you here, and Happy New Year to you too. And we can always count on Jazznaz to come in and remind everybody to like the video, and we really appreciate that. So if you haven't already liked the video, please do so now. And if you haven't subscribed, why not? Just subscribe. I'm turning into one of those YouTubers. Subscribe and like the channel. It's not a big deal. It's okay. As you guys know, those of you who are following this case that I cover, the more likes we can get, the more YouTube will push this information out to to other people who might be interested in it, but don't know that it exists. So jump in and like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's see. Michael says, I was in upstate New York for school in '88. He said it's nice up there. I think Cherie will concur.
Yes, I do.
Oh, yep. You guys are having the little conversations in the chat while I'm over here rambling about stuff. Anyway, JD, oh my goodness, it is so great to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. I hope you're doing well. And it is great to see you. Thank you so much for jumping in today. I really appreciate it. And mudslides is another season. Yes, mudslides and fire are seasons in California. You're absolutely right, Michael. And let's see. We all know how things work. If it's bad to get rain, they'll get, yeah, yeah. It's kind of hard to not feel that way, isn't it? Because just sometimes you just feel like, whatever, it feels like a Murphy's Law time, So it's really frustrating. Yes, it is very, very sad. Jazz Naz, it's no matter where you live, no matter what part of the world you live in, if you're seeing it, it's shocking and amazing. So, and let's see, you guys are doing great in the chat. I'm so glad to see you all chatting. I love that. It's a big deal. So thank you for having the conversation in chat. Um, let's see. I want to. Greg, Greg. I haven't seen you. I don't know what's happening. I haven't seen you in my chat before. Thank you so much. I think I'm not 100% certain, but I think that Greg is in Washington State. If I'm not, I think so. Uh, Wherever you're at, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And Nan's Life, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate having you back in the chat and watching what's going on. Um, and we have, let's see, somebody's watching from Twitter. That's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you being here on Twitter. I don't think I've ever had somebody make a comment before on the Twitter feed. So thank you. I appreciate that so much. Um, and yes, absolutely. Much love. Thank you, Jasnaz, to everyone in the chat. I appreciate you guys so much. Um, yeah, yeah, I sound a lot better this week. Thank you. Last week was rough. I still have a squeak that I can't seem to get rid of, but that's better than what I sounded like last week. So thank you. Um, and let's see. You thought everything was PST. Now, well, it's been kind of. I used to just set everything at Central Time, but when you schedule in Streamyard, it makes you schedule it for your own time. So I forget. I forget to say, you know, my time, what time things are going to be. So, and my friend Scooby, it is so great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And you know what? I know everybody has so many other things they can be doing, watching, resting, whatever. And so taking the time to stop in and at least say hello, hopefully to listen, is really means a lot to us. So thank you so much for being here. Um, let's see. And I think we have, um, let's see. Okay, okay. Yes, Greg lives in Washington State. Um, so, yeah, and all that other stuff that we don't talk about on this channel. When I get my second channel started, and I know I've been talking about it for several months now, but once I get my second channel up and going, it'll be more, more of a. Can you hear the vacuum? Let me. I'm so sorry. Yes, somebody's vacuuming. Let me shut my door, Cherie. You want to catch some of these? Hang on a
Sounds like they're
second.
done.
Yeah, I just turned it off. Oh gosh. Thanks, Michael. Yes, it was vacuum. I wasn't even paying attention to it. I'm so sorry. um, yes, I love you too, Scooby. I miss you. I sent you a really long message quite a while ago in Discord, or on DM. So, uh, you know, let me go. Let me go close my door really quick. I'll be right back. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Definitely quieter now.
Does that sound better? Okay.
Better. Yeah.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
she's a busy mom. She's got to do it when she can. We
She
understand.
does. That's my daughter. We all share a huge house here where we live in Orem, Utah, and she's incredibly busy. They've got 3 kids, and all 3 kids play soccer and basketball, and both parents are working, and they're really busy. So Sunday afternoons is about the only time they really get to do much house cleaning. So, um, all right, let's see. Yeah, I know how that is. Scooby says, "Wow, that's fantastic. I wish someone would be vacuuming in my home." We all wish that, don't we? All right, let me. I'm going to. I haven't loaded the video yet, but I'm going to get the video loaded. There's going to be pretty much just Bates, Brian Bates Investigate episode. Oh, I can't remember which episode it is of his. But we're
It's
going to talk.
19 and 20. 19 is where he kind of just gives what the prosecution presented and the interviews, and then the next one he wraps it up with his commentary.
With his commentary. Okay, we're just going to pretty much listen to the opening of what he has to say, and then we're just going to watch the interviews of Rosetta Grate, um, and just kind of pick those apart. So let me find those and get those preloaded. And let's see where it landed. I need to organize my video files because they're a huge mess. But we'll get it done. Uh, so in the meantime, Rosetta Grate is, a lot of these are controversial, or they're talked about as controversial. They're all freaking controversial. All of these cases, they have their own level of controversy. Of course, Rosetta Grate's is another one. There's a lot of a lot of lying that went on with Rosetta Grate. And if you remember back to last week when we read through the police report, we kind of talked about it a little bit. Oh, where's that doggone video? Anyway, she tells some pretty interesting tales about her alleged. Well, she did have an encounter with Daniel Holtzclaw, for sure. He did stop her the one time. Oh my gosh, this is getting so frustrating. I can't remember what I named it. That's part of the problem. Uh, when he talks about when they talk about the locations are pretty accurate, but it's what she says happens because it's really kind of parsed out as 2 separate locations. And so, did it just go in by date? This is so horrible and embarrassing. Um, but it's what she says happened at the second location that is the biggest lies that occur there. And
The
Sharia
interview
kept.
it occurred on August 27th, the first one, I think, and then the second one was like September 2nd or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that helps.
No, because I don't remember what I named it. Oh, this is so annoying. I'm really embarrassed and frustrated, you guys. I'm sorry. Oh, I know a way I could find out, but let me close this out and try again. One of the nice things about that I did catch on to with Streamyard a while back, probably a year ago or more, is that you can preload just about anything that you're planning to, present, depending on where you keep the file. And but the trick is that you have to make sure when you name it something you can remember. And for whatever reason, I cannot find, and I've done this before, but not for a long time. I'm really disappointed in myself. I'll just go through these one by one, I guess, and see until I find it. Cherie, do you want to talk about some of the, I don't know, some of the more, I don't know, some of the things about her case, perhaps?
Well,
that kind of stand out. I mean,
I could give like a overview, I guess. She was Daniel stopped her. It was in the area where there's a lot of drug. There's a lot of drug selling and using in that area, and also prostitution. And Rosetta Grate was admittedly did both. They was doing both at that time when he picked her, or when he stopped to talk to her. It was kind of like kind of trying to get information on some of the activity, see if he could get somebody to help him build the case he was building to stop the crime in that area. And he offered to give her a ride home to get out of that area after he'd stopped her. And so he took her to where she said her home was, which was 633 Culbertson in Oklahoma City. And she did stay there, or she did live there quite a bit with an ex-boyfriend, now friend. But it was a very nice house on the outside. And plus, it wasn't the address that the police had in their system for her. They had her father's address, I think. And so Daniel went in with her to see if it was really her house that he was dropping her off at. And so I guess she gave him a little, this is the living room, this is the kitchen, a little tour, and then he left. But she said that he allegedly took her up to a bedroom and raped her. There's absolutely no evidence of that, but have you found it?
No, I don't know where it went, you guys.
I forgot to put the link. I said, here's the link, and then I didn't put it in there.
I mean, we can just watch it, I guess, from this the podcast. It's really no different.
Yeah, this is where the link to at least one of the videos is.
Oh my gosh. This is awful.
I have to start doing practice runs until we get
I guess, but I've never had this problem before. I don't know if I just had to what's it called? Redo the re-up, I guess. I don't know, the membership for the program that we're using for Streamyard. And I don't know what. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm really embarrassed. Anyway, gosh dang it. Well, I'm going to play the one that shows up, but it's not the one that we had planned. So, let's see what comes up with this. Okay, this is not what I had planned. This is not what I had created, but I've wasted enough of your time, so we're going to go ahead and listen now. Thank you guys all so much for your patience.
Daddy told me y'all came back over there. That my guy I live with.
Willie?
Yeah. I can't help it.
I don't care which one I have because they all count. Which one do you want?
I will say too, no matter what I did in the one that I created, I couldn't clean up the sound. It's really really horrible. I'm really really sorry that it is. Um, Let me know if you can't hear it, and I can turn up the volume a little bit. I think.
I don't care. I guess I could have brought the computer. What's up, that hair?
What's up with that face?
Let me see. Well, your side shot, you're doing this.
Yeah, like you're like the thinker on the toilet.
Really?
All right. You probably don't have a clue why we're here.
You went? Are you two came by Daddy's?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how y'all know. Is he confessing?
We're just good detectives.
Cause I mean, I haven't.
What'd your
told
daddy
y'all
tell
about
you?
it.
What'd your dad tell you?
Y'all came by it. Well, I mean, I told him and my dude.
You told what?
Told my daddy and my guy I live with.
Willie?
Yeah.
He ain't very nice.
No. Well, he's mad because he's still mad about that.
About that? Well, he told us he doesn't know who you are and you don't live there and all that stuff.
Oh, he think because of my warrant.
Oh. So do you live with him in Culbertson?
Yeah.
Is that where you live?
Yes. I haven't been on in like 4 hours.
Okay, let me tell you, while I was searching for you, everybody was telling me you were off on the dope in a bad way.
What's the bad way?
You were
I'm
just,
relapsed.
yeah, okay.
Are you clear right now, though?
Yeah.
Are you clear and you're
Yeah.
thinking straight and everything? And I also want to let you know that, the DA's office is offering rehab, if you want it.
Yeah, I don't want it. I just put the application on my phone.
What's that?
It's a rehab, but wait 3 hours away though.
Are you interested in
I
rehab?
put an application in there the same day it came in.
So you've already done that on your own?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. What's your
You know
choice
what?
of drug?
Crack and weed.
Cracking weed.
Yeah, I'm tired. And then when Daddy told me y'all came back over there, or came over there, I'm all stressed out because I don't know. It's someone that.
Don't be stressed out because of us.
What's embarrassing? Take a breath. It's okay. We're not in a hurry.
They're trying to help me right now, but I know I just didn't want to face it.
Okay, let's get some background on. Let me just get some background on you. I'll just kind of get to know you and all that stuff, okay? Before we delve off into it, okay? Have you ever been the victim of a crime before?
Yeah.
Okay, what have you been the victim of?
Just being
Okay, was that ever reported to the police? Okay. What else?
while I was on drugs, I mean, some days ain't the best, some days they just take what they take and go on about their business. So I've had some non-wanted sex.
Okay. And I know you've been arrested a whole bunch of times. Is that right? Have you ever been arrested for prostitution?
Twice. Or what? Did they call it prostitution?
Lewd acts?
Lewd.
Okay. That's fine.
Lewd acts are not for you to engage.
Oh, One is offered to engage in, I think one of these.
Were you a suspect in the lewd acts?
No, it was like a sting operation from a
Okay.
So you've worked as a prostitute, and we don't care. I mean, I care for you that I wouldn't want you to put your body through that, but I don't care. We're not holding that against you. Does that make sense? Okay. Do you have any mental health history? Do you have anxiety, depression, take any medicine?
No,
Do you have any medical problems?
no.
Have you in the past? Have you ever been treated for STDs or anything like that?
Okay. Do you have any kids?
One, she's 17.
Who has her?
My sister-in-law, my brother.
Have you ever been married? How long have you had a drug problem?
9 years.
How come you're in here now? Well, I know about you got arrested because you made a pretend phone call. I thought that was quite sharp. What, you had warrants for what?
I have a warrant for,
Violation of suspended?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm in the women's diversion program.
You're in the what?
Female diversion.
What's that?
It's a drug program. I've been on it for almost 3 months. I did it for 4 months in June.
Okay. Is that your only warrant, that violation? And is that why you tried to distract the officer, because you knew you had a warrant?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about what we're here to talk about. You tell me, you just start from the beginning, and then I'll ask you questions when I need clarification about stuff. How about that?
It's about that officer, right?
Yep.
I was on a relapse.
And weed or coke or both?
I was on coke.
Crack?
Crack.
Okay.
I was on 14th and Jordan,
Okay.
where you were at school south to northbound.
Doing what?
South to northbound on Jordan.
So you were on Jordan.
And he rose up on.
Were you walking?
Yeah.
You don't have a car?
No.
Okay.
Well, I do, but my brother has, so I don't have a license.
Okay.
And anyways, he rode up on me.
Did he come from head on,
He
or did he
came
come from
from
behind?
behind.
He came from behind you? Okay.
And I know I had a piece of crack pipe on me. I knew there was no crack because if you're on 14th in Jordan, but 14th, then not targeting you crack, but if you're on Jordan and 14th, then you're probably trying to work, catch a bait.
Were you prostituting, or were you going after dope, or what were you doing?
I was leaving the spot because I just smoked some crack, but
Just-
I knew I needed to get back. That was one of my relapses, and I was only coming out for a few hours at that time.
Okay, so you had just smoked some crack. But when you say you're coming out for a few hours to get a date, to get some more money?
Yeah, but I knew I needed to walk home. This was one of them intense relapses where I'm stressed out because I know I need to walk home.
Okay.
I
So my thing is, are you walking home to go home, or are you walking because you need a date for more money?
both.
Okay?
I was walking home, but in the hopes of the mix, I cut it.
Okay?
And he was like, "What's going on, man? If you get to know me, I'll tell you everything." I mean, I thought there's no use of playing around with it. I was like, I'm on probation, I'm relapsing, my dude's mad because he knows I'm not supposed to be in this situation or in this area, blah, 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 blah. And
So,
whatever.
okay, let me slow you down there. Did he get, when he rolled up behind you, did he get out of the car?
Yeah.
And are you guys,
Well, at first he was like, "What are you doing over here?"
Did he get out or did he roll down his window to talk to you?
He rolled out the window first.
Okay, he rolled down the window and said, "What are you doing over here?" Okay, what did you tell him?
I told him I was getting high.
You told him you were getting high? You told him that?
Yeah.
Well, at least you're honest.
I was getting high. I mean, it is what it is. There's no point. He's like, didn't even ask me something about the house. I said, everybody knows there's an open search going on in that house. Don't ask me if they're selling drugs over there, because you know they're here. That's selling, and that's when he got out. And so after I told him everything, I was like,
Okay, when you're telling him everything, are y'all just standing outside?
Yeah.
Outside of his car?
Yeah, and my little black purse that I had was on top of his car.
Did he put it up there?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me everything you told him.
I told him that I had relapsed, but I was still doing my program at that time.
Okay.
I had relapsed.
Okay.
And my boyfriend was upset about it. Because I didn't have business being in the area. And, that's what we argued about.
You and your boyfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because he doesn't want me to do drugs.
Okay.
And I said, I've been trying to walk up for a couple hours, but every time I walk, in case of date, I run back over here.
So you told him, been trying to walk home, but if you catch a date, you end up back over here?
Yeah.
Hold on. How many dates did you catch that night?
That day,
Yeah.
I don't know. Just a couple, because I wasn't out there for a couple hours.
Okay. So you told him that every time I catch a date, I end up back over here, then what?
And because it was like, I swear I'm coming, but I was like, every time I catch a date, come back over here. I don't know if I'm with him. That's when he offered a ride.
Oh, to take you home?
Yeah.
And I didn't ask you this, what time is it that he rolled up on you? About, like, is it daylight, is it dark, is it?
It's daylight.
It's daylight? Okay. So he offers you a ride home. Did you tell him, okay, and where's home? Is that your daddy's house or is that Culberson?
Culberson.
Did you give him the address?
Mm-hmm.
Have you gotten in the car yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how, did he search you before you got in the car or anything?
Yeah, he searched the purse and made me break my little crack pipe.
He searched your purse?
Mm-hmm.
And he made you break the crack pipe? Did he search your body before he put you in the back seat? How'd you break it?
Just do it now. Yeah, but when we got to the house and I looked at my purse, he left it on top of the car.
Oh, whoops. Okay, so you got in, did you get the back seat or the front seat?
Okay.
Okay. Did he start driving to your house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did he go straight to 633 Culbertson?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then what?
Then got there, he let me out, and I was like looking for a purse. And then that's when we realized that he just left it up on top of it, or I had to go back and get it after this.
So did it fall out? You were looking for your purse and it wasn't up there? Did it fall off the top of his car?
Yeah, I had to. That was it. I could see that we had other things on our mind. I was like,
What other things were checking your mind?
Not saying for him, my purses have stayed up there. It seemed like there would have been other things on your mind. Because I was like, I've never heard of that. But you know, people make mistakes. So we get.
Okay, so you go back. Did you get back in the car or did you ever get out of the car?
No, I
The
got
house.
out of the car.
So did you get back in the car?
Mm-mm.
To go look for your purse? You didn't?
No, you didn't really have to. You know, there's nothing in the back seat. I was just looking. And I was like, where's my purse?
Okay. And then you realize he left it on the roof of the
I
car.
said, that last time I seen it was on top, and he was like, he was looking in the front. He said, you got your purse. I said, no, I don't. Then he looked the front seat, and he seen that there wasn't one. I said, you left it on top of the car.
Okay. And then what happened?
And then so I started walking towards for the car, but I noticed that he had shut his car, because he drove into the driveway, like as if he just came home. Yeah.
So he drove into the driveway. That's when you get out, or he has to let you out. You can't open the door. You're looking for your purse. He's looking for your purse. Nobody has a purse.
Right.
Then what?
Then I started going towards the door, and I was kind of looking at my peripheral vision, and I noticed he's following me.
Okay.
And so when I get to the door, he's right behind me, and I was like, I never asked it. I never questioned it. I thought maybe he just want to make sure I lived there or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so I stood up the door, he comes in with me.
Do you have a key?
No,
or-
when you're at Will's house, how did y'all approach Will's house? On the side door, the side screen? Where it's open?
Front where the
Front
padlock
porch.
is.
No.
But then he was in the backyard, so when we talked to him, he was in the backyard.
Mm. Yeah, well, when you walk up on the porch, not the front thing, it's just a screen, and it wasn't locked. He never locks the door.
So do you not have a key to that house?
No, but there's not really a key.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because the screen door stays unlocked. But usually also when I relapse, he gets angry and locks the door. But it was unlocked.
So you didn't question him because you thought he was just trying to make sure that you lived there?
Yeah.
So the screen door was unlocked when you got there and you went inside and he followed you?
Mm-hmm.
Was Will home?
No.
Where do you think he was?
I don't know, he used to go play pool. So he was either playing pool, because he usually just lives home, he's always home.
Okay.
All the time he's gone is go to the bank, to the grocery store, or pool. Like that's it.
Okay. So you went inside, he followed you. What happened next?
So I'm upstairs and me and
You went upstairs?
Yeah, we went upstairs.
Did he follow you upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Any words exchanged when he went into your house? Any words exchanged while y'all went upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Is this normal activity for you to
No.
let someone? I mean, well, what was going on? Were y'all?
I knew that I was on probation.
Okay.
So I don't think I'm thinking is I don't want to get in trouble. You know, I don't know what, that's why I'm not questioning the situation. I don't know what's going on. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not. I just thought the whole time I'm thinking that maybe he wants to make sure that somebody lives here or that I live here or what, you know.
Okay.
That's what's going on in my mind, so I never question.
Okay.
But as he went and came in, oh yeah, my bad. While we came in, I was like, this is the living room, this is the den. I was just like explaining the house. I was like, this is the living room, this is the den, and I said, upstairs, as Will and me had just got into it. And so.
Well, are you thinking he's...
Trying to see if it's, I'm thinking, my thinking is seeing if I live here, you know, it's just my place of residence. Because I would never have thought in a million years that it was for that situation. Not
Okay. So, you go upstairs, he follows.
right.
Okay?
And I said, this is Will's room. I said, and I opened up the other room. I said, this is my room because he got mad at me, so now we live in separate rooms.
Okay.
And he told me to have a seat.
Huh?
He told me to have a seat. I'm like,
Whose room were you in?
mine.
Okay. And did he say it like that, have a seat?
Yes.
Okay.
And so it starts pulling, starts going straight there and unzipping. He said, you know, this is better than the county. Because
Okay, say that one more time.
he said this is better than the county.
So he unzipped his pants and said, "This is better than the county." Okay.
Yeah, for sure. All the way over there.
Do what?
On the way over there, I remember him asking, so what do I normally do with my dates?
When he's driving you?
Yeah, he's questioning, like, what do I do with my dates?
What'd you tell him?
Do I give him a head or, you know, what I do?
What'd you tell him?
I told him I think it did. I don't remember my answer to that. That just sometimes just never did, to be honest with you. I don't remember my answer to it. Things will come back slowly.
Okay, so he unzips his pants and says, "This is better than the county."
Mm-hmm.
Then what?
So I started,
So did he take his dick out?
yeah,
Was it erect when it came out? Did he have a hard on?
yeah.
So you put it in your mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I started getting hit, and I told him could he hold his gun to the side because it's kind of slapping me in the face. Yeah.
Which side of his hip is a gun on?
This side.
Right
Because
side?
he's looking at me, so.
What did he say when you asked that?
He did.
He moved his gun? Or did he
Yeah.
take it out of the holster?
I don't think he didn't take it out there.
Okay.
And then he told me to lay back.
Okay.
And this wasn't done with no condom either. It was,
Okay. Did you lay back?
What were
Okay.
you wearing?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Okay. But you lay back, then what?
Then he got on top of me.
Okay.
And then he had started having sex with me.
Okay, how did he remove any of his clothing? Or was it just still out the zipper hole?
It's just still at the second.
How did he get to your vagina? Well, you got clothes on.
Yeah.
So how did he get?
Maybe I had a dress on. I had to have had a dress on. I don't know. I don't really. I mean, either I had to have a dress on. I don't remember taking nothing off. It's not. I just lay back. And if you know, I normally don't have no panties on, so ever.
Okay, so he started having sex with you in your vagina,
Yes.
no condom.
No comment.
Okay.
That was the tricky part. Seemed like, you know, if you do that, it seemed like you didn't wear a condom. It seemed like it.
Do most of your dudes wear condoms?
That's about half and half. More not than they do.
More don't than do. Okay.
I thought of her will. I thought of her door. I said the door. I'm just nervous.
What happened then?
I'm thinking came.
You think he ejaculated?
Yeah, I think he ejaculated because he kind of gonna slow down for a second and then move, you know. There was when they do that. But then I was like, I thought I heard will. So he got back up.
So you think he ejaculated before you said,
Yeah.
I thought I heard Will? Okay. So when you said I thought he heard, or I hear Will, what did he do?
Zipped his stuff back up. And he went downstairs and left.
Did he come inside of you?
Yeah, he would have had to.
Could there be any left on your sheets or your mattress or your?
Have you done sheets since then?
Yeah.
What were you on the bed? Were you on the comforter? Was the bed
On
made?
the
Was there
comforter.
anything?
I
Huh?
was on the comforter and I've watched it and so as well. We watched it twice.
Okay.
But he did come home not too long after he left.
Huh?
And so me and Will haven't got along ever since then.
Okay, what did you say?
Will came home not too long after he left.
Okay. Did you tell Will what happened?
I tell Will everything. I tell her everything. See, like, and he didn't appreciate it.
What did Will say?
He's still upset about that.
Well, let me ask you this. Was this consensual for you?
No.
Okay, I'm just asking. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you know, I can see there's nothing consensual, especially if I'm fend for cracking, you know, there's no money involved. It's not definitely, I'm just being real. Maybe if there was money involved, I could see, you know, you question it. No, it was not consensual. No. It was just one or the other.
it was what?
One or the other, the way
What,
it said.
the
Then
jail
it was
or-
the county, yeah.
Okay.
Had he ringing you? Did I miss that part?
Did he
I don't
check
think
your
so.
warrants or anything?
I don't know.
Do you know when
I don't
this
think so.
was?
This was about, I want to say about the beginning of May. The end of April, the beginning of May, somewhere around there. Maybe.
But you didn't hear him run you, or on your on the computer, or on the radio, or? Has he ever stopped you before this? Have you ever dealt with him other than that one time?
Had you ever seen him rolling around these side?
No, but he tried to stop me a little bit after that again. I was walking with somebody, and I totally acted like I didn't see him. I was walking the thing because he stopped the guy like, hey, like. It was just like, I was like, he acting like he's a normal person in the car saying, I said, I'm not stopping, and then we walked all the way to the back. Then we seen the police car kind of circle around about 4 or 5 times. So we sat in the back house.
But he never made contact with you at that time? Were you walking with another female?
No, ma'am.
Did you say, I'm not stopping loud enough for him to hear it?
Oh, no.
Or were you just under your breath telling your
I know my
friend?
breath.
Did you tell that friend what happened?
Yeah. East side. He lives right east side. On the corner of 16th and Highland.
What'd you tell him?
I told him what happened with him.
How'd you put it though?
I was like, he made me suck a fuck him. I said,
You said what?
He made me suck a fuck him.
Will Eastside talk to us if we want to talk to him, you think?
I'm sure.
Do you have a phone number for him? He just rolls over there at 16th
That's where he lives.
at Highland.
Mm-hmm.
What's his house look like?
It's on southwest or the northwest corner on 16.
Do you know East Side's real name?
No. Squirrel's pretty twisted. His sister's heavy set. She drives an orange. So
Will that be parked there?
it's parked the majority of the time.
And you told East Side?
Yeah, he knows about it.
How old a guy is he?
He's 40 or 50. Told my daddy, I'm sheriff, told Will. Pretty much everybody's around me.
So you've only actually had contact, not just sexual contact with this officer one time.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a description of him.
He looks Italian and white, real hefty, like a weight builder. Looks like a thoroughbred weight builder, I guess. How much he weighs, I couldn't even tell you because he's more muscle than anything.
Okay.
Black hair, one thing.
Huh?
Black hair.
Okay.
Good looking, very good looking.
Good looking.
And
How tall is he?
I don't know, I was telling me, maybe 5'10", I guess, 6 foot.
Facial hair, clean shaven?
I think clean shaven. I don't remember no facial hair, but I'm not too sure. I remember how his body build was in the color.
Did you see it on the news? You haven't seen anything on the news about this?
No, I know that I talked to a friend Lindell, and he told me that it's all over the news. Was that one of those? That's one too.
Did you talk to him?
Yeah, that
What's his name?
Lindell. Oh God, Lineal. Yeah, Lineal.
Where's he live?
885. His number 885. He's over the AA. He's been clean for 6 years.
And he said it was on the news and asked if you were one of them?
Yeah, because he came and swooped me up too. He's my AA of the Kelly Club.
What'd you tell him when he asked?
Yeah. He's like, girl, I need to get to you. He said, that is all over the news.
What kind of car did this officer drive?
The black one. The black police officer. Just the black with the white.
The old one or the new one?
The new one. The car is black and the painting's white.
Some trim to
Right. Did you notice anything that we should be made aware of his penis, or do you remember anything?
Like any bumps or anything on it?
or anything? Marks, birthmarks, bumps, was it piercings, was he circumcised?
Yeah. No, it's no
Nothing.
special.
It was just a weenie?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever see his name? Did he ever tell you his name?
No.
Was he wearing a name tag?
God, I don't even know. You know, I'm nervous because I know I'm not supposed to be out there. You know, so that's what I'm concerned with.
Right.
Other than that, I probably would have been. Now, how did y'all find out about me?
We're just checking all the
We're
women
running
on the
streets.
east side
Mhm.
that run the streets. Just take the chance, making sure everybody's safe out there. And so we just kind of came in contact with you and found that information out, so we thought we'd better come talk to you.
Panic there for a minute.
So what's been going on in the news?
Well, it was on the news. I just wanted to see if you saw him on the news.
No.
I want a DNA sample from you. Okay? And it's, like I said, it's for this case, so. You have to give me permission to take it. So, Rosetta Grate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Kim Davis, that's me, I'm a detective and we're at the Oklahoma County Jail, and you're gonna let me take buccal swabs, which is Q-tips on the inside of your mouth
Okay.
for your DNA. Sign right there, and then I'll date it, because I don't know what your day is.
Where y'all offering rehab to?
If someone needs it, we're offering it. Do you think you need it?
Yeah.
I will talk to the DA tomorrow and see what we can do for you.
A long-term one?
Huh?
A long-term?
I don't know, sweetie, do you want a long time one? Is that what you need? Have you been to rehab before?
Yeah, but it was short.
But it was what?
It was a short time.
Do you need a long one? Just open.
Where's your mama?
Turn south side. What about OCCC?
We like your daddy.
Do you?
Yeah, he's very nice. Who's that female that lives with him?
Michelle.
Is that like his girlfriend or?
Did you tell Michelle?
Mm-hmm.
She liked the
Did I
police?
poke you? Sorry, I kinda jumped.
I don't know.
So she said, oh no, she didn't tell me.
Probably not.
What's that brown on her face? What's that caused by?
I don't know. Maybe when she does smoke.
We were wondering.
Yeah. She could have been high. Well, I try not to go over there.
Because that doesn't help if you're trying to be better. Got any questions?
What do you think should happen?
With the guy. Well, that shouldn't happen because that made me, I don't know, even though it, it doesn't matter how good looking and all this stuff, it did something. And I still don't continue with it. It just, I guess it made me feel like I couldn't, like, it just took something away. And then, like, every time I see police, I definitely don't feel the same about them. And I know I'll be wrong. Like,
Well, we're very sorry for
Yeah.
this happening to you.
I don't know, maybe in the long sense, I kind of started giving up. Does it make sense?
Well, you didn't
Because
have,
I always heard it, Will never let me live it down. So now I'm constantly hearing it at home. You bring if you had never been out there, that officer would have never been up here, you bring him into my home, and it's just constantly nagging there, and then. Every time I think of that, it's just like, it's not fair.
No, it's not fair. That you hit the nail on the head there. It's not fair. He abused his power. And
Where's he at now?
in jail.
Is he?
Mhm.
He's up here?
Yeah. Do you know any other girls that we need to talk to?
Sardine's mama, I don't know what her last name is. I don't even know her first name. She said her mama.
Chardine's mama. Who's Chardine?
Sardine is, she's light skinned or like brown skin, tall, green eyes.
And
Charlena or
Charlene.
Excuse me. Sorry for interrupting. Cherie, as many times as I have listened to this, help me remember the day. I know it says it at the very beginning of the video, the date that this occurred, this interview. I've never noticed before that when Rosetta asks, "Where is he now?" Speaking of Officer Holtzclaw, Kim Davis answers in jail.
He was arrested on the 21st, and this is the 27th. I think he gets out the 2nd or the 3rd of September.
Oh,
that's when
okay.
they finally have bail that he can get, afford, or get somebody helps him with it anyway. Yeah, that's the word.
You know what? I guess I didn't realize he was in jail that long before he was able to get bail, because they had to do a bail reduction, right? Because initially they set his bail at $500 million, if I'm not mistaken.
It was at least $5 million. It might have been 500. I'm not sure, but it was a lot. And I can't remember what they lowered it to.
You know what, guys in chat, I'm really sorry. Those of you who are listening, I'll find out for sure while we're doing the Rosetta Grate series, and I'm sure it'll come up. But I kind of felt like his bail initially after he was arrested, I feel like it was set at $500 million, which was just outrageous, if I'm correct. And then they did a bail reduction hearing, and I think they finally settled on, I want to say $100 million. And I could be really wrong with my numbers, because me and numbers, we don't get along well together. But we'll look for that while Cherie and I will kind of look for that while this video continues playing. I don't know if it was helpful for me to try to put some of the things. You can't really hear Rosetta speaking very well. So I was trying to keep up with that. if you would like to follow, and I did put this in the chat a while back, but if you'd like to follow along with the transcript, you can do that at holtzclawtrial.com, episode 19. And I think Cherie and I have both put that in the chat. And at this point in the transcript, they are about, I'm trying to find the timestamp. We're in about 43:20 in the timestamp, I think. So if you want to follow along, you can go ahead and start there to try to keep up with what she's saying, if you'd like. Okay, all right, we'll go ahead and get back to it. Try to find the right answers for you.
Charlena or Shardina?
Shardina.
And it happened to Shardina or it happened to Shardina's mama?
Her mama.
How do you know what happened? What?
Because he said something about me.
Huh?
He said she told me that he told her that I was working for him.
But did he assault Shardina's mama?
Yeah.
We'll try to find who's Shard. How do we find Shardina? Has she been in the county before? I mean,
Yeah.
because that's kind of a different name.
Yeah.
We might be able to go around her that way and find her.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Shardina's number?
I don't even know what's there. I don't know.
But Shardina's the black female with green eyes.
Yeah, she's been in and out of here. Or she got out of prison, I think, beginning of last year, to 3 years.
And it's her mama that got assaulted.
Mm-hmm.
Where does she stay?
I don't hear there.
Where were you at when you found her?
15th and high.
Was Shardina over there hanging out?
Mhm.
Is she working?
Yeah, she was.
She smoked.
Mm-hmm.
Is her mama a smoker?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anybody else?
Do you know a girl that stays over off of roughly about 15th and something that goes by Fats?
A girl?
Fats? A nickname Fats?
I never heard of that name.
I hadn't heard of that name either.
Do you want this in here, or that make you uncomfortable? Let me write Valerie's number on the back too, in case she needs. You can call us collect if we're not at our desk and we know we got a collect call. Then we'll know it's from you and we'll come over. If we're there, we'll answer it.
Did you have this
I know
warrant
what you
when he stopped you and assaulted you?
No, I was doing my program.
Okay.
But it was never the same going back out there.
No.
No, I'm constantly looking over the shoulder.
Are those stay free maxi pads in your shoes?
Oh, that was that lady's yellow with those pads.
She's got pads in her shoes to make them softer, I guess.
Yeah, this thing's hard. It does hurt.
Good idea.
Okay, so your name is Valerie. and-
That's Valerie and I'm Kim.
Yeah, this daddy gave me this. But
you didn't call us.
I did twice. I left messages on both y'all's phone. Yes, I did. I left messages on both. I didn't even text one point. Yes, I did.
I don't know.
When?
As soon as daddy gave me the card, maybe we can have 2 weeks ago at the most. At the most.
From what phone?
Kevin's phone, a 328 number.
I never would, because I'd have been excited if I'd have got a message.
Yes, I did. I'm positive, I'm 110% positive because I was
Not, I believe you. I'm
because I
just,
told Dad, said they never even call me back.
Do you have the mainline number on there? 297-1133?
I don't think so. No, it's mine. All right, if you need us, call us. I will talk to the DA tomorrow about getting you in some rehab. Okay?
Okay.
If you need something else, call us. We'll get you in counseling if you need that too.
Okay.
Okay? Your comforter's been washed, you're sure of it?
Yeah.
Okay. What about your clothes that you were wearing?
My neighbor could have seen something. You might want to ask my neighbor.
Could have seen him in your driveway or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
All right.
neighbor?
The white lady across the street.
I gotta stand up, just, I'm not rushing you, I'm just standing because my back's hurting.
Why? Is she a nosy body or something?
How long do you think he was at your house, parked in your driveway?
At least 30 minutes. At least. It really looked abnormal. I mean, he was parked. There was no cars in the driveway. He was parked up like he just lived there.
Went up close.
Yeah, close.
What time of day? Is daylight?
Daytime.
Like daytime, like 2 in the afternoon, or daytime, like 6 p.m.
It was probably more towards 6 to 2. More probably about 4. 5, so it was still daylight.
Did he make any small talk with you? Do you remember anything he might
In
have?
the car, as far as my head jobs and stuff, I trying to
About
get off.
dates.
Yeah. How many women so far have y'all found out?
We're still in the
We
process
still got more to talk to.
of the investigation, so we don't have it.
Wow. Was it one that came forward, or how did everything?
Yeah, somebody came forward. Is how it started. So we're still working it, but if you need us, you call us. And like I said, we might come back over after we talk to the DA about your rehab and stuff.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right. She'll put you.
I want to read this comment by Michael Stetson because it's something that we talk about all the time where these accusers are concerned and the detectives. He says tunnel vision seems to be a common failing. Let me do this. Seems to be a common failing with people. They latch onto something and then have a hard time looking at other evidence that doesn't support their confirmation bias. Absolutely. There is a confirmation bias, and there absolutely was tunnel vision. Oops. And, oh my goodness. And so, but at the same time, you're absolutely true. Right, Michael. At the same time, these detectives, when you start this case over from the beginning, these two detectives, Rocky Gregory and Kim Davis, I don't, how do I say this? I don't like to give them a pass. To me, it's a pass, saying that they had confirmation bias and tunnel vision. While that's true, and that is absolutely what this looks like, at the same time, they were determined to turn Daniel Holtzclaw into a serial rapist. And that becomes evident from the very beginning after Janie Liggins and Terry Morris. After Janie Liggins went to the media way before, they had even really had a chance to start the investigation, they didn't have anything to investigate with Janie Liggins. All of her SANE tests came back negative for any evidence that led to Daniel Holtzclaw. And they're scrambling because they've got to find Janie Liggins has gone public now, and she's got the Black community and the BLM organization, the local BLM organization. She's got them reeling at this point already. And Oklahoma, they are determined to keep any kind of possible riots and burning down of their new city in Oklahoma City, their rebuild of their city in Oklahoma City, and they have to figure out a way to make Daniel Holtzclaw a serial rapist. So yes, absolutely tunnel vision and confirmation bias, because they were intent on making sure that they had a serial rapist. And unfortunately, a lot of people think, well, who was Daniel? Who did he take the fall for? Who was he? Who were they trying to cover up in the upper echelons of Oklahoma City PD. As far as we know, there was none of that going on. It was just all about these detectives making him a serial rapist and making this huge big case for themselves and for the prosecution, for the state. And they were determined that they were going to do this big case and make it a racial thing. They turned it into a racial thing. Michael also says, I think a lot of the tried and true interrogation techniques are faulty too. Depriving people of sleep or food ends up with coerced confessions. Absolutely. Yes. I don't know if everybody's heard me or seen me say this, but I believe that the read technique needs to be abolished. The read technique has to go. There are several, I shouldn't say many, but I know that in the UK, they use a program where they are able to get confessions from their suspects without using these horrible read techniques. And it's possible to be done. And so, but the read technique, that is widely used in the United States by law enforcement needs to be abolished. That's just, me and, another handful of other people screaming that same thing. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, so now this one's over, and this is going to lead into the second interview where Rosetta Grate calls them, I think, a day or two later, and begins, overloads them with a whole bunch of stuff that's going to be, using my air quotes, evidence that they're going to find now in the house, in the room where she claims she was sexually assaulted. So if you want to follow along in the transcript with Bates, help me, Sherry, Holtzclawtrial.com.
He has he's transcribed the interview so that
Yeah,
it makes it easier to understand since it's so hard to hear.
right. Let me try to find the timestamp that goes into the second interview here. It might be in episode 20, though. Am I right, Sheree?
I think both interviews are together. Isn't it? Aren't they both on this video?
I thought so. Yeah. Let me just go ahead and start it.
Which is on episode 19. Okay. I just put the link in the chat.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So if you want to follow along with the transcript, it's at the 53 or 55 minute mark, I think. So we'll go ahead and finish with this next interview that's shorter than this one. But this evidence, and we went over this evidence in the police report last week, this evidence that she's going to give, I'll just tell you right now, all of it turns out to be negative in all of the DNA, all of the, all of it, all the forensic evidence that she provides that's going to be there, that's going to prove that Daniel Holtzclaw did these things to her, they all come back negative. So we'll go ahead and see if I can move this along just a little bit. Okay, so this one is September 2nd of 2014, and this it looks like, it says, it's 26 minutes long. So here we go.
What's his name, or the black guy?
Davis.
Yeah. Ask her why she's next. She didn't want to talk, make her try.
Yes. The addiction that's hard. It's hard. I mean, thinking I'm fixing to go concrete, and I don't even know, but when we was talking last time, and you have to understand that I was with someone when this happened. I mean, I'm still kind of with him at the house that it happened in.
Willie
Well, the one that
doesn't like us.
he does. He's just he lived it. You know, my brother called about the. He thought that when the warrant for the violation because I had been doing my drug program, and anyways, he's just I don't know. He's a really nice person. Don't let him fool you.
Okay.
And so he will work in my house though, but when I just didn't bring that because I didn't, you know, I know how Will is, you know, about how the people on the block watching or whatever, and you know, he don't want nothing in business, but I know that when we was messing around at the officer, that like around my bedding, around my bed is the boards and stuff. I remember that there was a desk right here, and then there was a chair, and the chair was kind of like, you know, and I remember that he pushed it. Nobody ever sits in the chair, so I thought on that one that might still have his fingerprints, because don't nobody ever go in the room, like, because me and him sleep in separate rooms.
Okay.
You know, after like the 4-3 laps, he was just like, you want to move into this other room, okay? So the other room was full of books, and the lady that passed away there is full of nothing but books and stuff. And then on the rail, when he had scooted me up some, you know, so it could, I guess, adjust itself. I remember that afterwards, you know, I was putting my thing there, but you know, during the sex, I'm trying to talk.
Just say it.
I
You're not gonna
know.
break this out. It's okay, just take, relax, it's okay. Just, it's alright, just relax.
I just want to get it out because it's just like, anyways, I was trying to like wipe or whatever. I remember because I do this a lot, like when there's no protection involved, like I'll try to wipe whatever, and I know it's because he's the only man I ever messed with in the house, and Will knows about it, and he's still upset about it. But so along that wooden ledge around the bed, like.
The runner, are you talking about the
Bed
base?
start.
Yeah, and then in the chair, when I got back up, I know that I never wiped those areas.
Okay, what did you use to wipe your vagina off with?
The towel, and the towel was an old one out the closet. I had just grabbed it because I was nervous. I hadn't been home in maybe about 3-4 days, and I knew that Will was gonna be upset, and so I threw it in there, but I never got back in the closet.
So is there a towel in the
I'm
closet?
pretty sure that's what came to mind. That's what came to mind.
What color was the towel?
I think it was. I'm so used to the white ones with like a stripe through it, but it was a rag. If it's not, it's just a rag up in there.
Like a hand
washcloth
towel
or a body
washcloth,
towel?
or towel.
No, not a big towel.
Okay.
And I don't remember being like the washcloth. It was like kind of like a towel.
Like a hand
Like a
towel?
hand towel.
Like a dish towel from the
Like
kitchen?
a dish towel from the kitchen. I remember the white one with the strip.
Where did you throw it in your
Just
closet?
in the closet. I don't know.
What color was it?
I'm thinking it's white with like the blue.
So it has a stripe,
Yeah.
and it's in that closet in the room that you
Yes.
sleep in.
Yeah.
Have you talked to Willie about this?
Is he gonna let us in the house to go get it?
I don't know. I have.
You're gonna have to talk him into letting us. Can you call him?
I have. I called him the first because I know that. I don't know. I mean, I know that, you know what I'm saying.
Tell me this.
I go to court on the 16th.
Tell me this, because I'm a little confused that you were talking about the railing around the bed.
Okay, you know the bed.
Draw it.
Thank you.
Oh, you're a lefty too? Holy crap, there's a lot of lefties in this case.
We're all lefties.
Are you serious? Wow. It's not always. Remember, it used to be always righties to be in a room.
Power to the lefty.
Okay. You got my bed, right? Okay.
Where's the pillows?
Okay.
Show me,
We're
draw the pillows. You face it wherever
Okay,
you
we're gonna come in. We're gonna come in. This is the door.
Okay.
Okay.
Where's your headboard?
The headboard. There's not a headboard.
Okay.
Well, there is.
Where's the pillows?
There's a headboard right here. The pillows is right here.
Okay.
There was two. There was four, but I'm sure he snatched his back. I always go snatch his two pillows, his favorite pillows. Okay. to get on his nerves. And so there's a dresser right here and a chair that doesn't fit into the dresser. That's why it's okay. And I remember that was kind of like about right here, and he had pushed it back.
Okay.
See, it's like this, but it's not leather.
It's a vinyl.
It might be leather. I don't know, but not really leather. No, leather.
Vinyl, maybe?
Yeah, because I don't know a material to describe material to. That's my daughter. Okay, so but he pushed that back, and so I was performing the oil like right here.
So you're at the foot of the bed?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm performing oil. Okay, and so I think he wasn't like clean, but I didn't have time, so I did that. So I'm thinking that's still, you know what I'm saying? When they're
Did
not
he ejaculate in your mouth?
no.
Okay.
When they're not clean, and I'll start, then there'll be like fuzzy or maybe hairs, and I'll do that. So I'm thinking the back of the chair, as long as the chair is still staying right there, could be.
So did you like this? And
Yeah, because it's nasty.
Where would you wipe it?
On to the chair, because I was still
On
pushing.
the chair.
I'm telling you, this is a good thing. Okay, I'm checking because it was not the most nicest experience. Okay. And then it happened at home, so it was like, I think that's pretty much when I started just going downhill, because he was always saying every day we wake up he'd say something about that, and I was pretty much from that point on walking out the door. It's like my relapses would last maybe a couple hours and a couple days a day. That time it's just like, anyways. Okay, so then that wasn't enough. He wanted to do it. So I don't remember what I had on. I really honestly don't remember what I had on. So I don't know if it could be, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I watched, don't make it seem like I'm a dirty person, but for some reason that day, the stuff, I was just kind of throwing it places. Does that make sense? Because I knew I did wrong by bringing him in there, or having the man in there, or him coming in on his own, whichever way you want to label it. Because he's like, if I had never relapsed, it would have never happened. That's what I did.
Okay, you gotta quit blaming yourself that this happened, because he's the one totally in the wrong. I'm not saying, I'm sad that you relapsed, and no, you shouldn't have. That has nothing to do with him taking advantage of you. He wears a uniform and a badge and a gun, and he's supposed to protect you, not hurt you, no matter what state of affairs you're in.
Yeah,
So you need to quit blaming yourself.
He just kind of like, if I would never relapse.
Well,
maybe, you know what, maybe we can talk to Willie and sit down, because we didn't tell him anything when we met him. That's why he probably wasn't too forthcoming with us, because he didn't probably know why we were there.
If you just talk to him, because he's the sweetest person in the world. You know what I'm saying? He's been there for my daughter and everything, and
We'll talk to him. So tell us about the next act.
Okay. Then I laid back, and he didn't. Of course, there's no protection. Okay, so, but I wasn't. He had pulled me up, and
get your cooch to the edge of the bed. Well, let's just say how it is.
Yeah, I had to bring my stuff to the edge of the bed so he could read. And I remember that I had read that something about the chair. So pay attention to the chair. Whatever. If he's moved the chair, there's only one chair upstairs like that. So, anyways, that's the chair. I would just take the whole chair and just do the whole top of it. You know the thing. Okay. Because I don't think Will has wiped that chair down. Okay, so when he pushed me, I'll pull my thing in. I remember it's still something about the chair, but I also remember I grabbed the side of the bed. You know
The wood railing?
Yeah, like it's not wood railing, but it's like it's not wood. The mattress is hard.
Oh, the box springs.
Yes.
You grab the side
And
of
there's
the box
plastic
springs.
still on it though.
Okay.
There's plastic still on it. Okay.
So you grab that box
Yes,
springs?
because the comforter, because the comforter is white, and I was concerned that if Will would, I'm thinking 100 different things at this moment, like Will's gonna walk in and see this, and saying, and anyways, the rag in the closet,
Oh, hold on, lead us up to it. So after he makes you have sex with him, then I guess, I'm assuming he's putting his penis back in his pants?
Yeah,
Then you get up, and where do you get the rag from?
off of my dresser, cause it's like the dusting rag.
Okay.
That's why I remember being white, I believe with the blue strip, okay?
Okay.
And I remember I just kind of, thing it, and I threw it in the closet, shut the door, okay? I've not been back in that closet since.
Do you
There's
think there
nothing
could
in
be
it.
stuff on the box springs, on the plastic of the box springs?
Yeah,
Why do you think that?
because I had pulled up the comforter.
Because you didn't want to get anything on the comforter?
Right, I was trying not to get nothing on the comforter because it's white.
Is your bed with the box spring plus the mattress?
Yeah.
Or you do sleep on the box spring?
No, it's the box spring plus the mattress.
But you're touching the box spring.
Not the mattress.
Right, because the plastic is, which one that has the plastic is the box spring, I believe.
Right.
Bottom or top?
It has to be the bottom one,
Okay.
because it's not very high off the ground. Okay.
Are you off the
And I-
ground or is it laying?
I'm off the ground. No, it's not off the ground.
Can you slide stuff under your bed?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so the mattress box springs on the bed.
So, yeah, we took that off because the bed was like an older bed. But it looks really nice and plushed out pretty. He makes things pretty. So, when you go to my closet, I mean, I'm comfortable now because, I mean, he knows about it. So it's not like I'm hiding anything. That's just kind of why it's like everything washed down. But my spirit won't let me rest. Does that make sense?
Your what?
My spirit's not letting me rest on.
That's okay. It's okay.
So,
chair, rag, and plastic on the box springs.
yes, I want you to pay attention to around the edge. Oh, around, okay, this right here. Because that's what, about the middle of the bed to this end.
And you use this hand to wipe.
Where's the closet at?
Right in front of the bed. When you walk into my room, okay, you're gonna walk upstairs and it's gonna be the room to your right here. Not this way, right? There's 4 rooms upstairs, okay? You're gonna walk upstairs and it's gonna be a room to your right and then the room diagonal to your right and then his room and then another room.
So it's the second room on your right?
Yeah, it's gonna be the one in front of you to the right, okay? So you're gonna open the door and the bed's gonna be right there. You're gonna have a bunch of books. It's the only room with many books in there. And the bed's right here. So when you walk to the bed, it's gonna be from the middle of the bed
To the right.
from the middle of the bed to the right.
Okay.
Everything that.
And the desk is right
And
here.
everything is, he doesn't have a vacuum, so, you know, I'm just saying if anything's on the floor or whatever, just if, I don't know what y'all would.
Did you see, like, his weenie drip anything on the floor? Because, you know, sometimes it...
Yeah, it does. I don't know, it may could have, but, you know.
Is
I
there
just-
carpet in that room?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Yeah.
Did you, you know what it feels like when someone ejaculates
Yeah.
inside? Did you feel that?
Yeah, I know he did. That's why I wiped with the thing.
Okay. And else is gonna be in that closet? Is any of your clothes and stuff?
Is the closet full, or is there just going to be a rack?
No, okay, the closet is like this. There's shelf cases. When you first open the closet, there's like drawers, like maybe about 9 drawers, and then you got the top part of the dresser thing. I'm thinking in my mind it's gonna be sitting on top, like right there somewhere, you know. But I told you my daughter's been in there, but I don't know why she would get in that closet. I'm just saying if there was anything. But I have just a couple of outfits to the right on the bar, but nothing major. Because I never used the closet for nothing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's got one of them older smells.
And you're positive that the comforter's been washed?
Yeah, the comforter's been washed.
But you don't think you got anything on the comforter because you pulled it back?
Right. Yeah. Especially when I was trying to wipe my hand off them, you know, when you're trying to raise it. That's why I raised things. I was trying to, like, wipe my hand off something besides the comforter. Makes sense? Because y'all already have 6.
No. So you were just trying to wipe it off
Yeah,
with
but
plastic?
yeah.
Because you went, and then went.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And so I wanted y'all to focus on the chair and the rag in the closet. Just in case I may have went back and moved the rag, try my second and third drawer, second and third drawer.
In the
this
closet?
dresser?
My dresser is next to my bed.
Okay.
Okay. Second, third drawer, and my dresser next to my bed.
Okay.
Okay, so we got the chair
Side of the bed.
on side of bed. Because I really wanted him done that. It did. It was an emotional effect. And then the rag in the closet, and then these bodies too. So those are the two most important things that I thought that y'all could use if you're trying to look for some type of evidence. Because I mean, I just kind of came back this last month because of how intense things got. Things got really intense on him. So when you go talk to him about that, you know, I know that hurt his feelings. You know, whose feelings did it not hurt? But I'm just like that. I'm always concerned with everybody but me. Okay, so this.
Hey, you need to quit worrying about Willie. He needs to get over it. You need to quit blaming yourself for this because it's not your fault.
I know, but it's just like the whole time it was just like if I hadn't had a relapse, he was mean about it. I mean, you know, in that area, and I just like I felt like that. Maybe I could have tried harder not to relapse. You know, I don't really know.
Well, we're gonna hopefully get you into that rehab.
Well, and from this point forward, you just look forward, don't look backwards.
Yeah, you can't look back.
Because you can't change what you relapsed or you didn't relapse. It doesn't matter if you were sober or you were 10 sheets to the wind. What he did to you was wrong.
Yeah, you know, because I mean, it did. It's just like even though I was relapsing, felt like I was pulling him out of it. Because usually when I relapse, I'm down, I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I can't come back in, but I was being able to come back in because it was a peaceful environment, and it's just like once that happened, it's just like
It invaded your own
yeah. 'Cause
home.
you'll see from that, you'll see like basically that's when I fell off. That was sometime in May, and I hadn't been back since June 1st to the program. So I got June, July, and August. 3 months, and I was doing good. I was at phase 2. You know, me and Erica Hall. I don't know if you know her, the probation officer.
Well, you'll get back there. You will. I think you are confident enough in yourself that you don't want to go back and do that again.
No, I don't, and I have a granddaughter. That's what you'll see. They'll see her room across because my daughter's gonna get it back next month, like because her and her boy. First she had her, and then he took her to court. And he got visitation, and she moved in with him. Now they took her friend, and she had taken to court there. But it's just for her to be 17, she's going through a lot with my granddaughter, and Will went and got a whole room. You'll see what.
He sounds like a pretty decent guy.
Yeah.
How long y'all dated?
Like 2.5 years. Yeah, he's really good too. He's really trying to help my daughter. You know, she's in night school. You know, so I was proud of her because I only had enough for one phone call. So I called my daughter, and because I passed out the first few days. I was just tired.
So have you talked to Will since you've been in here?
For 1 minute
That 1 minute thing?
But the only thing I'm doing is crying. I was like, I know, I apologize, and his phone's on now. I mean, I was just apologizing because he didn't, when I talked to my daughter, he said she's going to tell him how to put some money, because he would have put some money on my phone. Well, he said, but nobody, no money, but I'm not fixing to stress somebody out because I know that my addiction is tiring. I just knew I had it. But I do want him done, and I was ashamed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, after that, I'm getting high, and I'm like constantly looking, like, it was for the last incident with the police. It was just being scared, not knowing, because you're high, you don't know if it's going to be a police thing or a loan thing, And I had read it on the paper. There was a paper sitting out. I I thought my scene was bad. I guess it was talking about the same one about a lady. He made her do to him in the back seat, and then took her to some abandoned location and then made her do it. So I guess mine ain't the worst scene in this scenario. So I was.
They're all bad.
Yeah.
They're all bad.
So I can imagine what she feels like, because that was even more scary, because you don't know if you're in the car seat or out the car seat. You don't know what it's going to do. At that point, you don't know if they could kill you, you know what I'm saying, get away with it, because when you're high, you're in a different state of mind anyway, And did y'all get to find that lady, Charlene's mama?
We haven't even tried yet.
No, we've been so busy.
Charlene or Charlene? Charlene, she's real tall, got hazel eyes.
Well, we haven't
Where did I
started yet,
thought
but
it
we'll
was
look.
Shadina or
Shadina!
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
Okay.
her mama.
Okay.
We haven't, we're gonna try, we got a list of stuff to do on it, but we're still working on the yucky part of it, the paperwork part of it, so.
Yeah.
We'll go look for her.
Yeah, because he's the one who told her that I was working for him or something, and, he's putting my name out there in the streets bad.
Okay.
So they're trying to, I guess I was working for him.
Like he was a pimp working for him? Or how did you
I
take
guess
that?
I took it as working for the police.
Oh, it was a
Yeah,
snitch?
yeah.
Okay,
And things weren't good for me.
okay.
So, yeah.
We need a phone number on Ollie just in case.
Does he have a phone number, Willie?
Oh, 405-249-4072. Yeah, just when you talk to Will.
Do you think he'll let us come in and get that stuff?
If you just talk to him, yeah, make sure you, like when you're talking to him, make sure you let him know that, that y'all have talking to me.
Okay.
And that's exactly where the areas was at, because I don't know if he might, be like, say we just come in and look at the thing. Don't tell him exactly what you come in looking for, because he could be like, oh, I moved all that or whatever. Just make sure, say she just tells us to look in a couple of areas in that room, what I'm saying?
Yeah. What if I tell him that we just wanna take some pictures in that room?
Yeah, and then, saying, and then look around, because I don't know where his feelings. That's why it's like, if y'all haven't done it by the 16th, hopefully, they keep him a program, and maybe it's just county time, or some people they give 30 days to, some people they you get right back out that day, or maybe, because it's my second mess up on the program. So, and they still have 5 misdemeanors, so I don't know. What they're gonna do on that one.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. There's really nothing but a bunch of chit chat and, more bullshit by Davis and Holman and Rosetta. Basically just saying all the same shit over and over. So we're going to go ahead and stop that right here. I don't like that screen. Let me see if I can do something here that is going to hopefully help with well, maybe not. Oh, maybe. Let's see. I don't know. I guess it's not going to work. Damn it. Okay, I have tell me select a current. Okay, well, anyway, I have all the evidence pictures, and Microsoft Edge has blocked me from using that screen share. So, I mean, I can fix it, but I'm not going to go in and do all those settings to try to fix it now. It's kind of silly, but I'm trying to think of. I have all these evidence pictures that I I think I said I was going to put them on a slide, and I didn't do it. I've been doing other things. So anyway, I have all these pictures though. I suppose I could just upload them all to her channel, Rosetta Grate's channel in Discord, and you can view them there if you'd like. In the meantime, maybe I can get them all to a slide or something, or fix the settings in the Edge, Microsoft Edge, whatever, so that it can unblock, so that it can share the pictures. This is so frustrating. I don't know why I can't get my StreamYard through Google Chrome anymore, but I can't for whatever reason. StreamYard has been no help in trying to help me figure out why I can't. So I'm stuck with either DuckDuckGo or Edge. I haven't tried Firefox. I suppose I could try Firefox. But anyway, but these pictures that I'm going to upload all of them. I'm put them in a file, I think, and upload them all to her room in Discord. And then you guys can, those of you who are in the Discord, at least, can go through and, see if, take a look at these pictures of things that she described that the detectives were going to find in a search warrant. So, because they're all, most of the demographics of the room that she describes are accurate, but as far as this white towel with a blue stripe and black panties and the drawers by her bed, bedside stand and all that crap, there's none of that there. None of that is there. So and what they took instead, that they thought she might be talking about, none of that, nothing that they took, like I said in the beginning, none of it took forensically matched Daniel Holtzclaw in any way at all. So, so having gone through those interviews, I think next week, unless there's something else that I'm not remembering, I think next week we'll probably start read her preliminary hearing testimonies next week, unless I'm mistaken. I don't think there's anything else I need to do first to show you first. So we should be able to do trial preliminary or pre-trial transcript next week, and listen to her testimony. And I think Willie Carter, possibly her dad, also will be testifying in that preliminary hearing. So, and if I can figure out how to do a premiere sort of thing with just all the slides of all these pictures, and maybe Cherie and I could record something before then. Please don't count on that or think it's going to happen. If it does, it's going to be a big surprise for everybody. But if I can get them all together, and Cherie and I can kind of record a premiere and point out all these different pictures. Excuse me, we will certainly do that for you before next week. But I really kind of am excited. If I'm thinking on the right track, we'll be able to start with some testimony next week. And I don't know, I kind of feel like, these recordings and interviews and police reports and everything, those are all great to have and to read through and to, listen to. But I love the preliminary pre-trial transcripts and the trial transcripts, because that's where all of the what's the phrase that I hear a lot? That's where all the sausage is made. Is that the right way to use that phrase? I don't know. Anyway, so I know this has been kind of long, longer than I had hoped, and for whatever reason, couldn't find the video that I made, but it's whatever. But you got to hear the interviews, and that was the most important thing. I do want to grab Sheila has joined us. Hello, Sheila. It's great to see you today again. And I want to make sure that everybody sees this. Cherie says, the most important item to see is the bed. When you see it, you'll know that Rosetta's story of what Daniel allegedly did is impossible. Absolutely right. Absolutely correct. So I'll get with Cherie and we'll see if we can find a day to do a kind of an impromptu premiere of the pictures, because they really do tell I think, a much different story than what Rosetta claims they're going to tell. What do you think, Cherie? You agree with that?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. And I like that you pointed out that you made the, point out about the bed, because it really does. I made a comment earlier in the chat that I find it, as judgmental as this is to say, I find it difficult to believe that somebody who prostitutes themselves many times a day, as Rosetta admits herself, she's constantly looking for the next date. Constantly, she's got a revolving cycle of um, prostituting herself, getting money, buying drugs, using drugs, prostitution, find drugs, buy drugs, do drugs. It's just a vicious cycle in her life.
Also, stealing cars of her,
Stealing cars, yeah.
her customers.
Oh, dang it. Maybe that's that too. Also, there is a video that I will have to find. It might be in her room or her channel in the Discord. I can't remember, but I'll record that and so that I can upload it for you guys to see a news report of just how conniving and manipulative and dishonest and as much as she says I just tell the truth, I'm honest. This will tell a different story if I can find this video for you.
The video of Will, her boyfriend, alleged boyfriend, that is on episode 19.
Oh, it is.
Bates Investigates. Holtzclaw.
That's right, it is. Holtzclaw. Okay, yeah. So, yes. Okay, so you don't even need to wait for me. You can just find that in episode 19 of holtzclawtrial.com. So, it's not funny. I kind of am chuckling because it's not funny, but she's just such a lying, conniving little prostitute, criminal prostitute. So, anyway, this has been. I appreciate everybody's patience again. I'm going to get in touch with Richard. I keep saying that, but he's very, very busy, and I'm not as busy, but I am kind of busy sometimes, with trying to do this podcast and doing some other things that I'm working on. And so I haven't taken the time to, get all of the issues that I'm having lately with Streamyard and, learning all the different new little things they have going on, because I'm sure I could be doing much better live streams for you if I would take the time to do that. But I haven't. Shame on me. But I feel like the most important thing is just to get the basic information out there for you. And really, for me and Cherie, sorry if I'm speaking for Cherie, for Cherie and I, getting these transcripts out there for you guys, the preliminary transcripts and these trial transcripts out there for you guys to hear how this trial was conducted is kind of the most important thing to me right now. You can find the opening and closing transcripts that we recorded. There's videos of the opening and opening statement and closing arguments in the trial. If you'd like to just kind of jump ahead and get an idea of how the trial went or started and ended, you're welcome to find those videos and jump to that as well. But what we're doing right now is just one at a time based on Brian Bates' timeline as the investigator of for the defense. This is how we're presenting it little by little. Um, so you guys have all been really patient. You've been great, great comments and participation, and I really, really appreciate it. Yes, my voice has improved. Thank you, Joffrey. Sounds better for sure. So just once I can get rid of this little extra squeak that I have going on, then I'll feel so much better. So anyway, uh, the trial was organized in such a way that the state could never lose. Absolutely. And I'm going to state again for those who don't know this, um, 13 accusers took cases to trial in one trial. So 13 separate cases were tried in one trial. And I think the trial was like 4 weeks long, maybe more. And some of this testimony, especially I would say, especially when the crime lab analyst Elaine Taylor, her testimony is, it's all talking about DNA and all those, scientific things. It can be boring and hard to understand. And so when you realize that with all the other testimony from all the accusers, all of their witnesses, all of the different, law enforcement personnel, that talk about ABL and CIU and Unit 800 and CAG calls and, all those things and how they operate. It's all very boring stuff. And it's all things that I cannot imagine a jury can remember over a 4-week long trial and then come to the verdicts that they came to at the end. And so, yes, the judge's rulings ensured that the state would win. Not only that, just to reiterate again, all of the charges that he was convicted of, they weren't run consecutive or concurrent, like you would probably think they would be. They were all ran consecutive, and that's why Daniel ended up with 263 years in prison without parole. So, infuriating crap for sure. So, for sure, next week, I think we're starting the preliminary transcript. And then if Cherie and I can get together and work in some sort of a premiere that, showing the pictures and talking about the pictures, we'll do that for you as well. And you, hopefully you'll, be able to, learn more of how corrupt this case is. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and mostly because I want to make sure we're trying to get this pushed out to more people. We live stream this here on YouTube and on Twitter. Today we had a comment from somebody on Twitter, which I never have before, so that was awesome. So share the videos if you're inclined, and perhaps, help us spread this word, spread this information, because trying to get any movement on this, I'm completely speculating 100% here, but I think that Oklahoma will do everything they can, I know they will, to block any positive movement in this case. Daniel's case is currently in post-conviction. His attorney's working on post-conviction relief, and so hopefully that will be something that it will be able to get new evidence into the case, evidence that we've been uncovering for several years, that the state didn't show or that the defense, quite honestly, that the defense didn't present at the trial. So, yes, thank you so much. Cherie says, thanks for hanging out with us to learn about the wrongful conviction of Daniel Holtzclaw. 100% agree. So until we come back next week with preliminary transcript reading, I'm going to find a few folks who have already agreed to help us with that. And we're going to try to get that recorded this week so that you guys can all take a listen and see what happens with that. So until next time, next Sunday at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, peace out.